In our last deep dive, we uncovered why so many of us are living in a state of chronic exhaustion. We talked about how your biological clock and your cellular energy are being sabotaged by the modern world. But today, we are going to take the next step. We are going to move from understanding the problem to implementing the solution. We are building your Metabolic Masterclass. Metabolism is often misunderstood as just how fast you burn calories, but in reality, it is the sum of every chemical reaction in your body that converts food and oxygen into energy. To master your metabolism, we have to start with the primary driver of your daily energy levels: blood sugar management. Every time you consume refined carbohydrates or hidden sugars, your glucose spikes, triggering a massive release of insulin. This is the energy roller coaster that leads to brain fog and that mid-afternoon crash. To fix this, we follow a simple but powerful nutritional protocol. Protein and fats first. By starting your meals with high-quality proteins and healthy fats, you create a buffer that slows down the absorption of glucose. This keeps your energy stable and signals to your body that it is safe to burn fat for fuel instead of constantly demanding more sugar. When your blood sugar is stable, your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, can function at their highest capacity without being overwhelmed by oxidative stress. But nutrition is only the first layer of the blueprint. Even if your diet is perfect, your metabolic machinery requires specific raw materials to function. As we optimize our fuel, we must also ensure our internal machinery has the right tools to process it. And that is where the strategic supplement protocol comes in. The second pillar of a high-performance metabolism is providing your cells with specific micronutrients they simply cannot get in sufficient quantities from modern food alone. We have to face a hard truth. Due to industrial farming and soil depletion, the nutrient density of our produce has declined significantly over the last 50 years. This is why we view strategic supplementation not as a luxury, but as a necessary bridge to fill the gaps in your biological blueprint. Think of these micronutrients as the spark plugs for your metabolic engine. Without them, the fuel we discussed earlier simply sits idle in your system, unable to be converted into the vitality you need. First, and most importantly, we must talk about magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions, but its most critical role is acting as a cofactor in the creation of ATP, your cell's energy currency. Here is a secret most people miss. ATP is actually MgATP. It must be bound to a magnesium ion to be biologically active. If you are magnesium deficient, you are essentially trying to run a high-end computer on a dying battery. To optimize this, we use two specific forms. In the morning, we recommend magnesium malate. The malic acid in this compound is a key player in the Krebs cycle, directly supporting mitochondrial function and sustained energy. In the evening, we switch to magnesium glycinate. The glycine here acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, calming your nervous system and allowing for the deep, restorative sleep where your metabolism actually repairs itself. By splitting your dosage, you support both the on and off switches of your biology. Next, we must address cellular fluidity with omega-3 fatty acids. Your metabolism is only as healthy as your cell membranes. In our modern environment, we are bombarded with pro-inflammatory omega-6 oils from processed foods. This causes your cell membranes to become stiff and unresponsive. When this happens, vital nutrients cannot enter the cell, and metabolic waste cannot escape. High-quality omega-3s, specifically rich in EPA and DHA, integrate directly into those membranes, making them fluid and sensitive to hormones like insulin. This increased sensitivity is the literal definition of metabolic flexibility, the ability of your body to switch effortlessly between burning sugar and burning fat. We also cannot ignore the power couple of health optimization: vitamin D3 and K2. While vitamin D is technically a pro-hormone that regulates thousands of genes related to immune function and energy, taking it in isolation can be a biological mistake. Vitamin D significantly increases your absorption of calcium. However, without vitamin K2, that calcium can end up in your soft tissues or arteries instead of your bones. Vitamin K2 acts as the GPS for your minerals, ensuring that the structural integrity of your body is maintained while your hormonal health is being optimized. This synergy is a cornerstone of the vital blueprint approach to longevity. Finally, we must address the invisible metabolic killer: chronic stress. This is where ashwagandha, a potent adaptogen, becomes a non-negotiable part of the protocol. When you are under constant stress, your adrenal glands pump out cortisol. High cortisol is the enemy of a fast metabolism. It signals your body to store fat around the midsection and break down hard-earned muscle tissue for emergency fuel. Ashwagandha works by blunting this cortisol response, allowing your nervous system to shift out of fight or flight and back into rest and digest mode. This shift is where true fat burning and muscle building occur. By integrating these specific micronutrients, magnesium for energy creation, omega-3s for cellular communication, D3 and K2 for structural health, and ashwagandha for stress resilience, you are providing the architectural support your body needs to thrive in a demanding world. You are ensuring that every calorie you consume is being utilized with maximum efficiency. Now that we have covered the nutritional foundation, the micronutrient spark plugs, and the physical stimulus required to upgrade your mitochondria, you might be wondering, where do I start? The answer is simplicity. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to start making choices that align with your biological blueprint. Your immediate action plan is this. Start tomorrow morning by prioritizing a high-protein breakfast to stabilize your glucose levels. Get 10 minutes of direct sunlight to set your circadian clock. And choose one high-quality supplement, like magnesium, to begin supporting your cellular energy production. These small, consistent wins create a ripple effect that leads to a total metabolic transformation. But we know that the hardest part of health optimization isn't the knowing. It's the tracking and staying consistent when life gets busy. This is exactly why we are building the future of personalized health. We are currently finalizing a digital health architect designed to take the guesswork out of this entire process. We want to give you a tool that integrates your nutrition, your supplement timing, and your recovery metrics into one seamless, actionable plan. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you next time.